आइए अब हम थोड़ा सा समझने की कोशिश करते हैं कि इंस्टीट्यूशंस और पब्लिक पॉलिसी में क्या रिश्ता है। आप जो मिसालें अभी हमने डिस्कस की वो अपने जहन में रखिए और हम थोड़ी सी बातचीत करते हैं कि पब्लिक पॉलिसी के स्टूडेंट्स को इंस्टीट्यूशंस को जानना क्यों ज़रूरी है। देयर आर मैनी फैक्टर्स विच इन्फ्लुएंस और डिटरमिन पब्लिक पॉलिसीज़। आप जब पब्लिक पॉलिसी की मुख्तलिफ थ्योरीज पढ़ेंगे तो आपको ये पता चलेगा कि बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स हैं, जिसमें रिलीजियस फैक्टर्स हैं, क्लाइमेटिक फैक्टर्स हैं, एनवायरमेंटल फैक्टर्स हैं, सोशल मूवमेंट्स हैं और साइंटिफिक आइडियाज़ हैं। दे ऑल कंट्रीब्यूट टू the policy development and policy change, but the most crucial determinants of public policy are the polity mean institutions and institutional arrangements like parliament, judiciary and political parties and bureaucratic organizations. They are basically institutions which constitute a polity and politics. So polity and politics are highly important determinants of public policies. एंड थोड़ा सा मैं रिपीट करूँगा कि सोशल लाइफ और सोशल प्रॉब्लम्स को डील करने के लिए हमें कुछ रूल्स या इंस्टीट्यूशंस की ज़रूरत होती है और ह्यूमन बीइंग्स continuously develop rules informally or formally to coordinate or to regulate the behavior of their societies and to resolve conflicts. And human beings also need structures and arrangements to enforce these rules and to punish and to reward, to punish those who don't follow the rules and to reward those who follow the rules. Take the example of cricket board, or take the example of International Cricket Council, which acts as an enforcer of certain rules on the cricket game. Similarly, parliaments and police and other bureaucracies, they develop certain rules to reward or punish, to create incentives for those who follow the rules and to punish those who don't follow the rules. So institutions are needed not only to coordinate, to reduce social problems, to regulate behavior, but they also need organizational arrangements to be enforced. So these rules are called institutions, but let us think about a formal definition. Institutions are generally defined in opposition to nature. As you know, nature does not provide us rules. It just provides us endowments of resources, of the things we need. But rules are created by the human beings. They are not written in nature. और एक वेरी सिंपल डेफिनेशन जो आपको जहन में रखनी चाहिए फॉर द पर्पसेस ऑफ स्टडिंग इंस्टीट्यूशनलिज्म इज दैट इंस्टीट्यूशंस आर sets of legal rules that can be enforced by state actors, and they are basically the rules of the political game. एक मुल्क में या एक सोसाइटी में पॉलिटिक्स और पॉलिटिकल लाइफ कैसे ऑर्गेनाइज हो सकती है या होनी चाहिए, बेसिकली इंस्टीट्यूशंस, जिसमें इलेक्टोरल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ के इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं और इस तरह के दूसरे लीगल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं विच टेल अस कि पॉलिटिकल लाइफ कैसे ऑर्गेनाइज हो सकती है। बड़ी सिंपल बातें हैं कि इलेक्शन कौन लड़ सकता है, उसके लिए क्या क्वालिफिकेशन होगी, कैंपेनिंग कैसे हो सकती है और कौन से काम नहीं किए जा सकते किसी इलेक्शन कैंपेन में। दीज ऑल आर रिटन कोड्स रिटन इन द लॉज ऑफ अ स्टेट. So these are basically institutions which help us organize the political life in a polity. So an institution is any structure or mechanism of social order and cooperation governing the behavior of a set of individuals within a given community. You can remember this definition as a starting point of studying institutionalism or using institutionalism to guide your researches. You can also say that institutions are humanly devised constraints that structure political, economic and social interactions. 1950 तक अमेरिका और दूसरे कई ममालिक में political science was equal to the study of political institutions. Institutionalism was so dominant until that time. और उस वक्त political scientists क्या करते थे? They would compare executive with the legislature. They would examine political parties and electoral systems in various countries. They would compare constitutions. And the very purpose of doing all this was to improve political systems by learning from comparative experience. You know, why Indian constitution is better than another country's constitution? Why American constitution performs better than, say, French constitution? These are the questions which were the favorite questions of institutionalists, and they have been using legal and historical method to investigate these questions. But in 1950s and 1960s, the emergence of structural functionalism in sociology and in some anthropological studies, and the emergence of rational choice theory in political science and economics, and behavioralism in psychology and political science, they suppressed or they rejected institutionalism as a valid framework to study societies. रैशनल चॉइस थ्योरी की सेंट्रल असम्पशन ये थी कि इंडिविजुअल्स आर द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट एक्टर्स, इंडिविजुअल्स हैव रैशनल चॉइसेस एंड the aggregation of rational choices determine policies in a society. Similarly, behaviorists study the behavior of politicians and voters. New Marxists focused on systematic powers, the relations of capital. And they said that there was much more to the politics than formal arrangements for representation, decision making and policy implementation. Their central argument was that there were extra institutional forces in society which determined public policy. As a result, the study of institutions or the field of institutionalism did not grow in 1960s and 1970s, but scholars discovered in 1980s that social life and policy outcomes could not be explained without institutionalism or without studying institutions and their designs. So it is very important for you as policy students to understand the institutions, their constitutions, and their effects on public policies.